Hello and welcome back. I'm going to call this episode 7.5 because it's going to be fairly short overall, just like episode 7 was. I have completed the ship I've been working on, my long range explorer. Beat the SF-10 Voyager 3. Really like the shape that I wound up coming up with here. And I think she's going to work. And well, this is going to be a test of whether or not it works. I'm going to test the Voyager on a short range jump back to our orbital station area of Pertam and take some cargo down. I know we're going to be doing some cleaning up of parallax tomorrow, so I'm going to be taking a load of ammunition down for the ships there. And I'm going to see what else these guys want. So I'm going to pause up real quick, join into the Discord, and then come back on camera once I've got a load put together and get that back down. So, back in a moment. All right, loaded with lots of valuable resources. 83 kilometers to the first checkpoint before trying to go down onto the planet. So first test, do I know how to use the jump drives? Operational drives 4. I'm able to achieve 100% of my jump, despite the fact that I'm carrying over 1 million kilograms.
No.
And now everything's confused.
So there's a connector on top of the hydrogen tank, and I shared those hydrogen and oxygen with all, so it should work.
I'm gonna step away real fast while these superconductors are crafting up.
I've got 800 superconductors coming down.
Oh shit, okay.
Figured those would be needed.
Almost a jib jack.
Yeah, I don't know how I wound up with so many extras. Probably while I was building the 4 jump drives on this thing. Let's go ahead and turn on city center, make sure I'm going to the right thing.
Oh, what the flip? Oh shit. Okay, yeah. The drill system is definitely off. It's definitely a bit broken. Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna have to cover that up.
So right now I'm in complete free fall.
Yeah. So Kev, if you come here.
Yeah.
The drill, okay, is set to do a perfect hole, like, around these. Like, the build area, the drill area is literally set around these, and it's programmed to go straight down.
Mhm.
You can see it keeps going ahead of where it's meant to be, and I just brought it up here and turned it on for a second, and it literally did a couple of blocks in front of where it was meant to be. And yet, the area on my screen is perfectly aligned with that.
Yeah.
So, that's fun.
It's managing voxels. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I had to make all these really minor adjustments in the voxel block that I summoned so that it could be. I wanted to get it like within a certain block radius.
Yeah. Hang on. This may be a silly idea, but can I use your voxel teleporter to just teleport a chunk of like a perfect square of stone out the ground? Like not even ore, just stone, so I can hollow out in an area.
No, I don't actually teleport. I checked for source material. I recorded a coordinate, then I check for there being that ore within 15 of that, and then if there is, then I create a 16 block of that ore at the destination, and then I delete a 50 from the original location.
Okay.
So it's all lies. I'm not actually teleporting anything. Lies.
Okay,
And now
I'm
we
gonna
all
try-
know.
Yep.
What I'm going to do with this drill system is kind of cheeky in the sense of I've realised if it's simply drilling one ahead of it, I'm just going to move it one back.
Okay, I'm back.
I would
See if
also,
that works.
if you're going for precision, there is a fair chance that no matter how perfect you see it working right now, that after a restart, things will move.
Yep. I'm all too aware.
Oh, goodness.
But it is drill and fill, so it does have a fill option, so you can use it to fill in anything you want. As long as you still have some stone. to
Come
use.
on, Velocity, slow down.
Yeah, but knowing me, I'll set it to fill a specific area, I'll then immediately go, fuck you, no, we're not going to fill that area.
Yeah,
Also, do I need stone to fill or not?
I think so. I think you do.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, joy.
We should all be very glad that that worked, because I would have been another hole in Reaper's base.
Yeah, I don't have anything set up for it right now. I'm trying to get my storage back up so I can move the shield.
Yeah, my whole system was froze up while it was doing the calculations, so I didn't know how it was going until everything caught up and I was floating 300 meters above the ground.
I only need 35 more superconductors to get my storage back up.
All right, so
Literally the only cargo container on my base, and it got destroyed.
ouch. Come in here and park next to Rand's base.
Where are you? Oh, hello. Oh, I like this.
Yep, long-range exploration craft.
Oh, this is what you built in your episode, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I just watched that. Oh, no.
and
This is different.
yeah, this is the finished one. This
Okay.
is after my off-camera work to finish it up.
It looks good, dude.
It should. It took 5 hours to get there.
And worth, because Jesus, that looks nice.
I added the 2 solar panels and 2 hydrogen engines on there. Handle my power issues if needs be.
Dude, I like that a lot. It looks way better than, like, when you started. It looks completely different from when you started, bro.
Yeah. I really like the rear end I put on it.
Yeah, I like that too, especially with the ion and atmospheric thrusters. That is so sick. And you have hydrogen. Dude, this is disgusting in a good
Yep.
way.
And considering that she landed no problem with a full cargo hold, I'm pretty sure she'll take off that way too. So, yeah. Mission achieved.
Dubs all the way around.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this here. I think that's a good little test. Long range test I'll be doing for my next episode, where I go and try to set up something in the Mars region. Well, I guess first and foremost, the video isn't going to be as short as I thought it was, because I decided I'm going to actually do a little bit of editing for it overall and stitch this onto it and just keep rolling with the video. So I'm back from Pertam. It was a bit difficult getting off of the planet's surface, so I have overridden all of my thrusters a bit now because I really like the shape of my ship and I don't want to mess with it. So I'm not going to. But I've got myself loaded with lots of steel plates to be able to lay down whatever foundation I need. My cockpit has a few extra for whatever foundation needs I may have. And I have everything I need to put together 2 refineries, 2 assemblers, 6 batteries, power on a planet. So let's see. I want to be heading towards Mars. I think I'm actually going to Europa, but that's in Martian orbit, so let's get out of my safe zone here, which I'm leaving on because, well, I'm leaving the area. I'm not going to be here for a short bit, and I don't want to leave it to the pirates undefended. I still haven't gotten the guns on there yet. I am, of course, still going to be working on this over here. I'm not abandoning it. I just want to scout out and set up some forward industry for what I'll be doing in the future as well. Let's see here. Remove that. I just want a blind jump in that direction. My jump drives are ready. I have 2 hours of power currently, as well as plenty of hydrogen. So let's go for it. This is only going to get 582 kilometers, and then I'm going to have to worry about recharging again. And this is why I've got guns on the ship, because I might be stuck doing some long haul along the way. So yeah, 600 kilometers away from Memorial Station now. Go ahead and go full bore what I can to speed, which with the relativity and the amount of cargo I have is going to be right around 90 meters per second. And let's check those jump drives. How long will those take to recharge? Fully recharged in 13 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pause the video here, because I'm not doing any scouting along this journey. I'm just going to keep flying and keep jumping. I'll probably bring it back for each jump, because who knows what I'm going to be jumping near each time, and it could be interesting or not. But yeah, I might get hit by pirates along the way or parallax, so if that happens I'll be bringing it back. But I anticipate smooth sailing. Okay, so it's been about that 13 minutes. The jumps are now ready. I have lost a lot of power to do that though. It looks like I have about 22 minutes, which means I've got about 1 jump left in me after this one. So another 582 kilometers. This is jump number 2. see how this one works out for us. I'm now at the halfway point, it looks like. Both planets look roughly the same size. Oh no, Vertam's still a bit larger. But I'm approaching the halfway point. And let's see here, I've got 21 minutes worth of power. And the jump drives are going to take about 14 minutes again. So like I said, I've got that one jump left in me on the batteries, but I did put the two hydrogen engines on here, so that should keep me jumping at least. I have plenty of hydrogen. And like I said, my goal is to aim for Europa, which is another good source of ice. That's Triton up there, I think. Not sure. But it's a little bit farther than Mars is at this point. If I were to change trajectory, I could go there. But like I said, there's the moon of Mars, has plenty of ice, and will be a fairly central location to set up for the entirety of the solar system, which is why I'm coming out this way. We have Vertam as our home world, but everyone's going to be eventually heading everywhere. But yeah, just rambling on, and this is going to take another 14 minutes, so I'll pause this up again for a bit and bring it back whenever something interesting happens or the next jump. Hello and welcome back again. It's been a full day in the real world, several in the server. I had to make a little way station, which is open space 2K station. And I had to go mine a little bit of stuff here to get battery cells continuously running, or power cells. Let's see. Memorial Station is 1,983 kilometers away. But yeah, I ran out of power, as you were able to see in the last part where I was muted. And I wound up having to stop here. And at first I was using a small PCD, which is this thing, large Power Cell Discharger. I was using a small one, and stone. And it's a good thing I went and got a good night's sleep, because after mining all of this out and everything and coming back to it this morning, I'm like, one, why am I using a small one? The large isn't that much more expensive. And two, why am I mining stone? There's iron right down here on this asteroid. I've got other asteroids nearby that have everything else I need. I was just being very silly. The PCD, by the way, is a mod made by Kev. So I guess yet again, thank you, Kev, for bailing me out. Because at this point, this station is fully operational on its own. I'll go ahead and turn that on in case the battery runs dead. And more importantly, the Voyager 3 is yet again ready for travel. So, back on my way. And now I have a truck station that's at roughly the halfway point. Let's just get some speed here. Switch over to my camera view. Line back up with Europa, because that's where I'm going, not Mars. Just happens to be in the Mars region. Alright. Got that lined up. Let's go ahead and punch the gas and get ready to jump. I will at some point be coming back to that 2K station, which appears to be in the halfway point between these two areas, and I will fix that up better. Same with the station that I'm planning on making at the other end. And I might have to make another station to get there too, I don't know. It seems I've got about 3 jumps worth of power in me. Okay, I am at my maximum velocity, cruising well. Let me check the jump drives, make sure I've got those set up right. Should be a blind jump, yep. So let's go for it. Number 5. I have dumped some weight, but that's because I built some of the stuff I was carrying over there, an assembler and a refinery. And some conveyor piping. Camera got a bit confused there. And of course we're going to be looking at about a 14-minute charge. Same as it was last time. We are a great distance away from the station now, I'm sure. 2630. So yeah, tiny things I would do differently if I made this vessel knowing what I know now. I would have much more power. I am still going to put some kind of reactors on here, and unfortunately Kev has not at this time made a small block version of the PCD. So that'll actually be uranium reactors I put on here. And since I can only squeak on 2 small ones, I might use much higher marks. In any case, we're probably looking at about 12 minutes now for this charge. 13. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this up and watch a video while I cruise through space, and I'll bring it back at next jump. Hopefully without being muted this time. Alright, and here we are, back to our very productive yet boring journey. Let's go ahead and see how close this gets us on this next jump. So we're 5 jumps out now, is what this will be. Which means I do have enough power for 1 more charge to get up to 1 more jump before I need to make another way station. And I'm going to have to make another way station. Since I actually know what I'm doing at this point, I'll go ahead and throw that up on camera. It'll be pretty quick and easy for me to copy what I had done at the other stop. Difference being this time I don't really have any hydrogen, or at least not much. But I do know something I want to set that'll make all of this easier before I pause things up. Let's go to the jumpers, recharge on and off. By default, of course, they're set to recharge and hammer your power. I will not be able to recharge them after this jump, and I will need that power instead to go towards getting me to an asteroid to set up another way station. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause this up, and we'll cross that bridge on the very next section of this video. No, 3353. Okay, here we are again, ready for jump. Wrong button. Before that, however, let's go ahead and hit the button to take those off of charge. Make sure I'm pointed properly because I bumped everything when I hit the wrong button. And let's see how close this final jump will get me. Well, the final jump that I'm capable of right now. It's probably far from the final jump for this thing. But yeah, I'm at 22%. It takes 14 minutes to charge those. If I turn this on to charge, I have 8 minutes. That is not enough. But since I don't have them charging and draining my batteries, it is enough for me to hit the brakes and start moving towards an asteroid and set some things up. I do have all of the stuff in my ship for building that small PCD reactor again, which will get me started, and then I can switch over to a large once the facility is functional. If I play this right, I might actually get one that has nickel or nickel and iron. And that would be absolutely wonderful because it's all running off of power cells. Which means technically you can do it on stone. So any asteroid works, which is why I had the idea originally. But I'm throwing down a refinery. I can actually refine the nickel and the iron itself. And silicon. So that shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to speed up towards this. Looks like it's a little ways out. Oh, I don't need the antenna, just the ore detector. I'll be there soon, Europa. I'm trying to put all of this journey into one video, so it's taking me a bit. 4,000 kilometers away from the station. Which for the game is a pretty great distance, but it's not that far really. So iron and ice on this one. Thank you, laggity lag. Let's go ahead and swing over to this one and check that instead then. Get this to where down and side thrusters are bleeding off speed for that direction. There we go. My solars are getting me a little bit of a trickle of power, but that's about it. What's on this big rock? Honestly, if it has nickel, I'll just fly over to the other one there for iron. Couple of full character inventory loads is about all you need for setting this up if you're actually using ore. Whereas you saw my quarry hole for doing it with stone to begin with. That was just silly of me. Slow down a little bit coming into here. We've got silver, so I doubt there's going to be anything else of use on here. Most of the time, silver appears to show up alone. So let's go check this one. Pick up the speed, move towards it. But I guess since this is taking a while, I can go ahead and show off something I've been hiding. Ship in distress. Couple of exhaust blocks tucked in under those little pieces, hidden nicely under the armor. The overall thinking is smokescreen. It also works really well for doing a unobtrusive light instead of using the super bright long range light. I can just turn that on with the fire spewing. And that puts off an awful lot of light just with the one. I've also never test fired the weapons. Well, the gats work. And so do the auto cannons. That slowed me down a little bit, actually. That one's not going to be close enough to be picked up, so I'm aiming to that one over there. I am really close to Mars now. Like, probably only a couple jumps away. So if I can get my little station built here and get charged up, I'll be there fairly quick. if this doesn't have nickel on it, then I'm probably going to pause up until I find one nearby. My batteries are sitting at 20%. I don't have the time for this to be taking forever. Let's go ahead and slow down coming into here some. 58's a decent speed. Just cruise right through that. So it has iron. Like I said though, I would really prefer nickel. And it doesn't have any nickel. And this one's going to take a complete change of direction to go over to. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause this up as I head over this direction. And I'll bring this back as soon as I find me a rock that has nickel on it. Yeah, I like this area here. I've got ice right above me, so I can work on refilling the hydrogen tanks on this thing. And I've got nickel right here. The rock that I came over here from had iron on it, because this is the very next rock. It actually did have nickel. So let's go ahead and start doing a little setup here. First and foremost, because I'm on a server, I keep putting all of my tools away. I'm going to actually need all of them. And then let's grab some steel plates to get some things started here. You lost my colors again. Well, fine. Grab that teal. We'll use that. And we'll just put it down here. And I'm going to call this 4K station. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really need to set or weld this up, but I do need a place to set things is helpful. Whoops. All right, so there's that. And just a nice refinery. And assembler, which is in here with the kit. I don't have the interior plates that I need to set down anything else. Let's see. So, piping. Just a pipe there. And actually, let's go with a T-pipe there. When you're doing things on a server or you're doing lots of large builds on your single player world, you kind of don't want to use blocks to move things through very often. Which means I should move this also. To right here. If I'm trying to think and build like that. Why am I unable to place a T-junction? Because this is messed up? I bet that's what it was. Yeah. Another T there. I want small cargo container here. And we'll start with the small PCD, because like I said, I have the parts for that. Currently, he's using the regular large and small reactor looks for those models. He is planning on changing those. He just hasn't gotten there yet. So let's go ahead and put these away. And then grab what I need for the reactor. For the PCD reactor. All right, so that's online. The refinery is going to take several trips. Let me just get closer down here. Now I am going to put a connector on this, but just like the other way station, the connector isn't going to actually be connected to any kind of inventory at all. It's just going to be attached to the grid to give power. Okay, now I'm actually full. So there's all of that. Cannot withdraw 8 large steel tubes. What? You're kidding me. That is really not cool. What can I steal large tubes off of? Because this thing has 0 manufacturing. So let's see, that's small tubes. This uses large tubes, but it'll take me a long time to get there because of all the motors in the way. How about my other atmospherics? They use large tubes. A lot of other stuff in the way though. But you know what? I can deal with that. There's the large tubes I need for that. I'm down 1 braking thruster. I will have to fix that down on the planet. That's fine. Actually, I'll probably fix it before I even leave here because all the parts should be iron. Were you also going to require those tubes? No. I should definitely have everything for this then. Yeah. The questionable things will probably be the cargo container and the conveyors. Okay, server, come on, behave. Okay, so I have everything for the cargo container. That's nice. 1, 2, 3 of these. I don't know why those steel tubes are still on me. Alright, I have what I need for those. Give me a couple more interior plates, please. Not planning on putting any kind of modules on these at all. Would be a bit of a waste. They're just making power cells for the most part. So drop that off and then grab everything I need. There we go. So this will all be able to go directly online. It just needs the ore and some power cells. Now, fortunately, I do have enough power cells to make what was it? 5 batteries in total that are Mark III. So there's a lot in there. I definitely have what I need to jumpstart it. There is one more thing that I'm not thinking of that I need to put down there, though. And again, I don't want it connected to the inventory, so move that over and get all the stuff for the connector. And then I should probably, unfortunately, this is all iron, cobalt, and nickel, mostly iron and nickel. So I'll be able to get everything I need from around here. I'll go ahead and just grab nickel for this. If things don't get really weird on me. I think for 10,000 batteries, you literally just need 2 of these massive times 10 player inventories of nickel. So there's that. And then I'm going to go get some iron. I'm going to go ahead and pause up for this trip over there and back. And then I'll show you this all getting turned on. And then I'll be pausing up for probably about 40 minutes to an hour while I get my ship recharged. So back in a moment to get this station online. So small oversight. I also need silicon, and I haven't found any around here just yet. Fortunately, you get a decent bit of that from stone. So let's go ahead and grab some power cells to get this going. I'm 98 in deficit. It's all right. I will be checking my math again as all of this is going. I have this currently turned off because I plugged up while I was walking away. Let's get the stone first, and then iron, because that'll give us nickel, iron, and silicon, which are all things that we need to get batteries rolling. So I'll turn this on. And I'm going to get that set to making 10,000 power cells, which will get us started. One other thing that I want to do on here, and I guess I'll do that before I pause up and go looking for uranium, or not uranium, but silicon to get this self-perpetuating a bit more. I'm going to put a battery on here, just like I did at the other station. It served me well there, and I don't see why it wouldn't here. Especially since that way I don't have to park the ship and use the ship's power to keep it from being deleted. Freeing me up to go look for the silicon. Which shouldn't take me long at all. Oh, indeed, what's going to take me longer is just getting power inside this thing and replacing my lost parts. At this point, I don't have enough to set up Outpost anymore. I need to make sure that's all solved before I come back again. So I'll pause this up and bring it back as soon as I'm ready to set back off towards Mars. Not the Earth-like, that's just what I can look at right now. Mars is down there. Okay, and now I'm just getting the parts to put together my braking thruster again. I should probably turn those on because it's going to get all weird if I don't. Because it's going to be on when it's rebuilt. And I don't want them to go out of sync. This whole thing has been working pretty well. It's kind of working on recharging its own battery now. I've gotten so used to grabbing things out of there and putting them up here that I almost did it again, when that's not what I need to do. So 281 motors required. I have those in here. I have all the rest of the stuff. It was just the tubes that I needed. So let me go back to this. It's getting all super laggy now all of a sudden. And just get rid of those. Grab what motors it did give me. And then see if I can get a look under here. There we go. All components successfully pulled. Get this put together, and then I'm ready to turn this baby back towards Mars again. Okay, so that one was on. Or was it was on, and then when I flipped it, it turned it off. Okay, so Atmo brakes. One of you guys is on, off. Need to be on. Now everything is back in sync. Oh, not that one. Oh. Actually, yeah, I do want that additional gyroscope on. Makes it a lot easier to turn and move around. Goodbye 4K station. Where was Mars at? There's the Earth-like planet. Turn off my dampers while I turn around. How do I lose closest planet to me? Oh, because directly on the other side of the asteroid. And I can see Europa, which is my actual target. Okay, server, stop dragging me around weird. My jump drives are ready. Battery is 98% charged. So, let's jump. Still don't have a full load, but I am fully capable of putting down a proper outpost again. And it looks like we need another 15 or so minutes. So go ahead and accelerate. I'm watching Dad Bear Downtime's latest video on the content engineers here. He's got a cool little RV, and he's doing more or less the same thing I'm doing, but he's doing it on Pertam with an RV. So it's pretty fun to watch. Anyway, I'm going to go back to watching that, and I'll bring this back as soon as I've got these jumps ready to go. It looks like I might actually make it this go round. Alright, ready for another jump. We are already 4770 from the station. It's 5400 from Pertam to the Mars light. Whoops, off by a button. Ah, that would put me in a natural gravity field. So if I remember correctly, I just need to pull this down some. And now let's try. Alright, so we'll just keep pulling that down a little at a time until it's able to drop me in right near the gravity field. So let's try 88%. Oh, that would have been great if it would have worked. Okay, 84%. Aha. So this ought to get me real close to Europa and its gravity well. Let's go ahead and hit the brakes. Turn off the recharge on the jump drives for right now. I've got 59% of power. I want to just ease in, let's say, 60 meters per second about. And I'm going to keep an eye on my planetary gravity. And drop a waypoint right outside the gravity well. So yeah, that is quite the journey. Go away, thing that I am nowhere near anymore. 5288. So Pertam is actually closer to Europa than Mars, because Europa's on the Pertam side, I guess. I want the ice. All ice and ore. So much of it. It's going to be amazing. Of course, all I'm going to be doing at this point in time, when I get down on the planet, is setting up an outpost, recharging my ship and my hydrogen, and heading right back home. Fortunately, I've got the 4K and the 2K stations that I can catch on the way back to make my journey back a lot quicker than my journey here. So that'll be nice. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and pause this until I'm starting my descent towards the surface, because that's when things are actually going to be finally interesting for this video. Okay, there we go. The waypoint is set right outside of the gravity. And I am now starting my descent towards the glorious ice ball. All right. Oh. Still had my dampers on. I do want to bring myself down slowly overall, because I don't want to risk all of my cargo. And it is light gravity here, but that in and of itself can cause all kinds of problems as well. At the same time, my ion thrusters should be more useful for longer. Not that I have much in the way of up and down thrust for ions. Okay, I am 1.2 kilometers off the ground. The ions are still working pretty decent. They have ceased to work. Page 2, 6. Because I should be within the thin atmosphere. Yeah, okay. So go ahead and hit 7 to turn off all of those thrusters. And now I'm just using my atmospheric thrust. There is a tiny, thin atmosphere here, though it is not breathable in any way, shape, or form. No oxygen. Not that I think it'll be a problem to find anything to help us breathe here. We got tons of ice. So instead of trying to gauge my distance looking at the ground, I'll keep an eye on it by looking at the altimeter instead. Probably more useful. All right. And there we are. Descended. I have 6 hours for which I am functional with these thrusters. There we go. Go back to page 1 and turn on my ore detector. Because I want to find some nice nickel, ice, cobalt somewhere to rest at. I can't remember what the ore deposits look like on planet. But there's some cobalt, iron, and gold. The iron looks like it's in a rock. Let's go ahead and speed up a bit. Fly around looking. I do like this little moon. And it's only 3.4 kilometers to get from space down to here, and I've moved off a little bit, so it's probably not even that bad. So really easy to come and go. I'm seeing ice everywhere, of course. I'm looking for, whoa, come on, server and computer, stop conspiring against me. Looking for iron, cobalt, and nickel near one another. If I get that, I'll be perfectly happy. The rest of what I need, I'll find. Here we've got silver in a stone. Not useful. Will at least one of you be underground so I can see where and how everything shows up here? Is that a stone again? Yes. So I'm flying sideways like this so that I can turn better. Got enough side thrust to easily keep myself aloft in this lighter gravity. but not enough side thrust to turn quickly. Well, I guess it's going to be a pain, so I'm going to go ahead and pause up the video and keep looking for a spot to break ground and get my basic outpost set up. And that'll be the end of the video, is me breaking ground here and getting that started. And then I'll be heading back off camera, but let me go ahead and pause up. I'll bring this back once I find a place to put down. And here we go. The trifecta that I'm looking for. So there's a nice little bowl right over here. Let's go set up the base in that. I'm very close to those three. I've got more iron, also platinum, gold, silver, magnesium, all kinds of things in range here. Keep hitting all of the wrong buttons. Okay. So I've got the Earth-like planet in view. I believe I can also see Pertam, but I would have to turn on my memorial station to point me in the right way to look first. Yeah, nice and gentle. I keep forgetting that I'm putting myself on different pages. Stop that. Okay. So right in here is where I'll be putting base stuff. That's right, I need to be airborne. To be able to get to things. So it's all under here. So let's just grab a bunch of steel, some interior plates. I think girders are needed for some stuff too. And come right on in here. Still using the teal, and yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll do teal. I am going to raise this up off the ground, so give me my grinder, thank you. That's not needed. Back to 5. And then from up here, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll get the rest of these all built up off camera. I just want to get the most basic bits of it set up here. I might not even weld it up, but get everything set down to begin with in any case. This place, actually all of the stations I've set up along the way, they're all going to be changing quite a lot, but they're all going down pretty similar to begin with. That there. cargo over here. Make sure that's upright. I don't need the PCDs. I am going to need batteries. I still have myself budgeted for 3 batteries. But, you know, I've got to fill those with some power, so let's just run this back. It's about here. Then I want to go 6 off each side, right? Yeah. And put down pole. I always use the stackable wind turbines. I rarely use the poles underneath them, but we've been doing a lot of them on the server, so I figure I'll keep going with that because I like the look of them anyway. So that'll be my basic wind power. I also need coming off of all of this a medical station attached. So let's put that here. It was going to be 2 refineries and 2 assemblers. So let's put the second assembler on. This one probably is going to get at least most of its modules over time and eventually. Put that there. There we go. That's going to be the basic starting outpost here. That is not including other things that need to be put on here, like the conveyors and such. But there we have it. I have made it all the way from my station in orbit over Pertam to Europa, where I'm setting up some basic infrastructure. And of course, got some infrastructure set up along the way. Let me go ahead and land for now. And I'll have to be careful when I pick it back up because low gravity. I almost took off way too much last time. Well, let's see. I'm not sure how much of the trip is going to erase itself all up at once, but let's see. Oh, the sun is in the way. Figures. But yeah, you've got 2K station, 4K station, and the memorial station. And thanks to the sun being there, you can, of course, see Pertam. That's 5,301 kilometers away from where I stand. Nice journey. The long-range Explorer is certainly capable. It wasn't able to charge itself, but it was able to build the infrastructure along the way to be able to make my trip back home is going to be really easy. So if you enjoyed this maddening journey that I'm going to have to now edit together, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more of what I'm getting up to and more things like this, hit the subscribe button and comment down below. Until next time. Have a good one.